Y'all have no idea how the struggle was just now. Like, it was horrible. Just trying to get my camera to come on and be in focus. Y'all don't know the drama that goes on behind the scenes. But anyways, how are you guys doing today? Like, something major happened just now, like literally just now, and it's not a good thing. But I really don't want to talk about it because it's not really related to me. It's related to my boyfriend and his family. So I just hope and pray that everything is okay. And I guess as time progresses, I'll be able to let you guys know and give you the update. But I'm praying everything is okay. But in the meantime, we are doing a get ready with me video today. It is a story time. Are y'all excited? Because I'm excited. Like, the only people that know about this story is the people that were in it. That is pretty much it. So I'm gonna tell you about the time that I got suspended from work for 4 weeks. Like, wait. Let me get these eyebrows popping because eyebrows are a struggle for me. They're either gonna come out right today or they're not. So, where's my concealer? So let me do these eyebrows real quick, and then we're gonna move on to the story. Okay, y'all, let's get into it. So what I need to do first is to tell y'all the backstory, right? And I'm just mixing not concealer, it's foundation right now. As far as the products that I'm using in this video, if I don't show you the products that I'm using, don't get upset because they will be listed in the description box. And I try to put the products in the description box in the order that I use them in the video, so it will be easy for you to know what I use. But okay, so the backstory, right? So once upon a time, I was a little girl. I'm just kidding, not that far back. But once upon a time, so I was in high school when I met this guy who we became really close, who I became really close with. So we became close with each other. Why does everything bad that happens in your life always gotta deal with a guy? Anyways, so I became close with this guy, and we're just gonna call him, let's call him Jeremy, because I'm not releasing real names. This is so crazy. I became really close with Jeremy, and Jeremy happened to be my brother's friend, my little brother. So we met in high school. I think I'm a year older than him, right? Yeah. So he was in 2 grades underneath me, only because he homeschooled, and if you move from homeschool to public school, I don't know, for some reason it really messes you up sometimes. So we were really close, and he always had like this crush on me, but I was like, no. But he's cute. He's really cute now. But I was like, no, like, you're in a grade underneath me, and you know, I just wasn't feeling it. I just felt like he was too young. You're a grade underneath me. I ain't with it. So we still became friends. We were cool, but you know, it started coming to the time where he would actually come over the house, and not come over the house to see my brother, right? Came over the house to see me. My brother, he was like, all right. I guess he really didn't care because my brother was into football, so he got really, really good in football, and that was like his main priority. And you know, the guy that I started to begin to be really cool with, you know, he was a cool guy. So my mom and my dad, both of them really liked him. My brother was like, cool, okay, you hanging out with my family. It is what it is, it's nothing. So my brother was really naive to the fact that something was possibly gonna, you know, come from this. Like, it got, yo, this is so crazy. It got to the point where, okay, let me just keep going. So yeah, we ended up being really cool. I ended up, of course, graduating from high school before he did, and we were still cool. Like, we were still friends. He ended up being like my best friend. I went to college and I would see him from time to time. We still weren't in no relationship because I was dating someone. I was in this really long relationship that I called. It was like my first love. Just being young, you know, me and my boyfriend, we started in high school in this program called Upper Bound. I don't know if anybody has that program, but it's this college that you visit like in the summertime, and then during the school year you go to like Saturday classes. They pay you for the Saturday classes and tutoring and all this stuff. So, you know, I was into the money even at a younger age. So I was in Upper Bound. We met during the summertime when we were staying on campus, and we hit it off. I don't know, it was like a fairy tale to me. We were dating, I guess from my 11th grade year into college. I would say my sophomore year in college. The eyeshadow palette that I'm gonna use is the Huda Beauty palette. I'm just gonna keep it really, really basic today, and this is the Rose Gold Edition. I'm gonna take henna and apply this as my transition color. I'm not gonna give my ex-boyfriend a name because he is not really significant in this story. But yeah, I was not dating Jeremy because I was in a relationship with my ex-boyfriend. And when me and my boyfriend, my ex-boyfriend, broke up, when we finally broke up, just a little bit later, of course, Jeremy asked me out. And I was like, okay, you know, I was a little hesitant, but we were really, really cool. So I'm like, okay, I can probably do a relationship with my best friend. But that didn't work out because I had just got out of a relationship with my ex-boyfriend. So I wasn't ready to actually be in a relationship. So when I tell you, I kid you not, our relationship only lasted about, it was less than a week. It was about probably like 4 days. And 4 days is like, 4 days, I'm probably even pushing it. It was like 3 or 4 days that we were in a relationship. So yeah, I screwed that up really, really bad. However, we still remain friends. We're still cool. We ended up working at the same job eventually. So when we started working at the same job, shit started to happen. Now I'm gonna take Cocoa out of the Huda Beauty palette and start working this in the crease. Shit started to happen when we started working at the same job. So, it's how crazy it is. I end up meeting this married couple who are still my good friends today. Love her and him to death. So we're gonna name the couple Tiffany, the wife, and Jeremy Sr., the husband. The reason why these two Jeremys have the same name is because that's exactly how it is in real life. These two people have the same name. There's gonna be 2 stories here. So y'all gotta keep up. Y'all gotta keep up with me because there's gonna be 2 stories. This Get Ready With Me is probably gonna be in a 2-part because it is so juicy and it's so crazy. And I don't even think I can get all of it in this one video. Tiffany and Jeremy Sr., they are a couple. They are married and they end up being like my very, very best friends too. So we ended up all working together. Tiffany ended up knowing Jeremy because of course we worked together, and she knew everything. She knew that me and Jeremy were kind of feeling each other, and we dated a little bit, yada yada yada. Yeah, so we were all really good friends. Mind you, my brother found out that me and Jeremy had dated, and they don't even talk anymore, not even to this day. Like, my brother, he ain't with it. Tiffany and Jeremy Jr. ended up having some marital problems, and the marital problems stemmed from another married chick. We gonna name her, I'm just gonna name her Susan because I don't even care to come up with a name for her. Her name is Susan. So they started having marital problems because of Susan, right? Susan knew he was married because of course we all worked together. She knew that. However, for some reason she was so attached to Tiffany's husband that she didn't respect their marriage. Tiffany starts to get depressed, and she's barely really like making it to work. She's kind of checked out of work, all this stuff. And being that Susan knew me and Tiffany were real good friends, I can't talk into liner, like I'm literally holding my breath right now. Everybody knew that me and Tiffany were like best friends, and being that me and Tiffany were best friends, you know, I'm gonna protect her no matter what. Like, I just don't like to see my best friends sad, but I don't like to get in between relationships either. So I wasn't getting in between the relationship, but Susan was like a no-go to me. Like, anytime she tried to talk to me or speak to me or anything like that, it was nah, it was a no-go. Like, get the out my face. I'm not really feeling you like that. Like, my best friend is going through some shit, and it's basically because of you. Like, for my friends, I am really ride or die. Like, I'm not gonna say that I'm the type of person that dislikes a person because my friend dislikes a person if they don't do anything to me. I'm not that type of friend. However, in this instance, this particular situation, I was, because this has to do with the union. It has to deal with a marriage, and I just don't like your character. And if I'm not vibing and we ain't vibing, then we ain't vibing. So, of course, she started feeling some type of way. So she realized that I really wasn't vibing with her, which is cool. I mean, that's fine. Yeah, that was cool with me. So we wasn't vibing, we wasn't meshing, and she knew it. So she immediately started catching attitudes, but not attitudes like she was about to do something to me or anything like that. Like, she pretty much stayed in her place, I stayed in my place. We just didn't fuck with each other. And y'all, no lie, I seen her about a month ago. Me and my boyfriend were out to eat. I seen her about a month ago. I'm just getting my lashes together. And why did we were eating together at a restaurant. She was already eating. She was on the other side of the restaurant with somebody. I'm sitting at my table, minding my business with my boyfriend, because I had seen her when I walked in, but this has been, oh my gosh, like 10 years ago, if that. And I'm like, I really don't care. Like, I don't know. Who holds grudges for like 10 years? I don't know. I can't do it. And I hold grudges because I'm a Leo, so I hold grudges. But like, I don't see you ever. Like, this is the first time I've ever seen her in literally like 10 years. So I don't feel any type of way. I can't be mad at you no more because I don't see you. You're not a part of my life, and like, you have no effect on me anymore. I don't know. It's been so long, so it's like, okay, whatever. Just like people in high school, like, if you didn't vibe with me in high school, or you created, like, contributed to my misery in high school, now I really don't care. Like, we don't talk, we don't have to talk, but I'm not mad at you. Like, I'm not holding any grudges. If I see you, I'll speak. So yeah, no lie, I seen her. My boyfriend doesn't even know who she is. So it was kind of strange how when she was walking out, she literally walked, I told you she was on the other side of the restaurant. She literally walked up to my table, stood there for a second, and then walked off. Like, she gave me the nastiest stare. But all I did, me and my boyfriend were laughing at something. He didn't even realize what was going on, and I still don't think he realized what was going on, and I didn't tell him because it's nothing. And so we were just laughing at something, so I pretty much ignored the hell out of her sweetly, and she just walked off. It was so funny. So Susan eventually leaves, and of course my friend's marriage is kind of on the rocks, but they are trying to work it out. Even after she leaves, they were kind of like in communication. However, the communication did eventually stop, and they were working on their marriage, and I was happy. So while all of this was in the works for them, I started to go through my drama. So Jeremy, I told you Jeremy was really cute, right? Like, when I say Jeremy was really cute, this man was sexy. And I was a baddie. So all the men kind of wanted me, and all the women wanted him, right? Okay, so let's just get that straight. Because I had to grow into my looks, y'all. Like, it took me a while, but I had finally reached the stage where I had grew into my looks. I was so awkward. And he was a huge flirt, a massive flirt. So I was working at this call center. So this call center had several different departments, like different projects. So he was not on the same project that me, Tiffany, Jeremy Sr., and Susan were on. They weren't on the same project. So, well, he wasn't on the same project as all of us. So he was like this huge flirt. He would always come through and walk through our particular project just to flirt. And of course he would speak to me. We were best friends at that time. I'm like, okay, so I understood that, you know, that we're not going to be in a relationship because, you know, I messed it up. But we were still really, really good friends. We were still best friends, and we still talked and all that other stuff. Yeah, so he would walk through, and me and him, you know, you have that relationship with a guy that's friendly, but then you have, like, I guess they call them friends with benefits. So yeah, so we really like loved each other, like as best friends, and we were kind of in that stage where, okay, do we really want to try to make it work or don't we? So we still had like those kind of feelings because we were attracted to each other. He's talking to this girl. What are we gonna call her? We're gonna call her Margaret because I don't like her either. So he started talking to this chick named Margaret, and I had no clue. So Tiffany decided, of course, as a best friend, she's like, I just want you to know that I seen Jeremy talking to Margaret, and I really think they are getting to know each other and, you know, maybe possibly dating because I seen them kissing. So she seen them kissing, you know, close to the job. So of course, as a friend, she was telling me that. I had no clue who Margaret was or what she looked like. Like, I didn't know anything. So when I asked Jeremy about her, he was like, yeah, I was scared to tell you, but yeah, I am starting, you know, we're not together, but we're talking, you know, about, you know, seeing how, you know, shit's gonna go. So I'm like, okay, cool. So again, I mean, I'm all right because I know I messed things up, and I don't know, I wasn't really about to sweat it because I still had other dudes on me too, so I wasn't sweating it. While him and Margaret are talking, of course, me and him are still doing our thing. Like, everybody thinks that me and Jeremy are really like doing something because we are so close. So with that being said, Margaret starts to feel some type of way. And me and Jeremy kind of had that talk. This is Mac Chestnut. And then I'm gonna take this Too Faced melted liquefied longwear lipstick, and it's in the color Melted Melon. I almost wish I didn't use a liner with this. I'm gonna try to layer a little bit on top of that liner. I think I did my makeup pretty fast today, you guys. So let's do a pic for the snap and the Insta fam. Okay, I don't even know where I left off. Okay, yeah. So my friend told me, and he told me that yeah, he's talking to her, and this is where the drama starts. So like I was saying, everybody knew that me and Jeremy kind of had this special kind of relationship because we were really, really friendly, and we had to talk. So we were like, well, you know, I know we like love each other and we're best friends, and I don't know, we're just so affectionate towards each other. So we knew that eventually when we started to get in relationships that we would have to kind of change our type of friendship. So we were still kicking it, and everybody was, you know, feeling like we were like me and Jeremy were really vibing on that level when we weren't. Margaret started to feel some type of way. I didn't even know I had Margaret as an enemy for a while. So Tiffany showed me who Margaret was, because she of course wanted to make sure that I'm in the loop and I know who she is, what she looks like, all this stuff. So I found out what Margaret looks like, and me and Jeremy were friends. He didn't tell me about the situation, so I couldn't really feel too bad. Like, this is the mess that you created, so you and her are gonna have to deal with it. I'm not gonna have anything to do with this. So of course I started to have a new boo at work. He didn't last too long when we started dating. I mean, we were cool or whatever, we vibed for a little bit. He ended up getting fired, and then that was the end of that relationship. So Margaret had these two work friends. We're just gonna call them Hater 1 and Hater 2. So Margaret had these two friends. They would sit together like all the time, and me and Margaret didn't work at the same time. I worked more of like in the mid-morning to evening, and she worked the nighttime to kind of like overnight, pretty much, because she was in school, so her schedule was to work at night. Me, like I said, mid-morning to the evening. So we rarely seen each other. Hater 1 and Hater 2 always wanted to instigate the situation. Like if I walked by, they would say snarky remarks and all this stuff. But being the nice Leo that I am, at that point I really just didn't let people bother me, because when you kind of feel like you just go on gracefully about your business. But yeah, it did kind of piss me off a little bit, I ain't gonna lie. So I had these 3 girls that could not stand me over a situation I really I didn't know anything about in the beginning. But hey, I kind of had sympathy for her. It was just starting to get on my nerves because the intensity of the situation kept getting thicker and thicker and thicker. So mind you, me and Jeremy's relationship didn't really change much, because he was kind of feeling off about her. So he was like, you know what, I'm getting to know her, but I don't even think I really want to be in a relationship. We've been arguing a lot. It's just not the same vibe. So I don't even know if I want to be in a relationship with her. So, okay, cool. I'm figuring that y'all had this talk. She knows that you're not really feeling her on that level. So me and you, our friendship is still going to be the same. We still kicking it. We still cool. Everything's gravy. I stopped seeing Margaret, even though I didn't see Margaret a lot. But I had no clue that she had something that was going on as far as like ovarian cysts that had to be removed. So she was out of work for a really long time, and me and Jeremy were kicking it heavy. And I had no clue that Margaret just wasn't she wasn't at work. Until eventually I'm like, I haven't seen her in a really long time. So of course my heart went out to her. So one day, his dumb ass, I didn't think anything of it. Like, I'm in my desk, at my little high desk or whatever, doing my mentor work, and he's walking by. Of course he talked, he spoke, and he walks by and he sings this song by John Legend. Like, hold on, let me put it on for y'all. Let me find it.
Give me the green light. Give me just one night. I'm ready to go right now. I'm ready to go right now. Go right now.
This is the part.
I have a girlfriend. Technically, no. You be my girlfriend. I'll make it so. You be my only true lover. No competition, no other.
I'm like dying. So mind you, this song was made in 2008. So this was 10 years ago. Like, mind you, he sung that part, stopped my desk. He had no clue that it was gonna turn into something big. I had no clue. The song was just popping. He was just singing the song, happy. Had nothing to do with us. Oh my God, I'm still so dead. So hater 1 and hater 2. Why do I keep doing this? Hater 1 and hater 2. Anyways, hater 1 and hater 2 decided to bring this information back to. Did y'all just see my lip? I actually said the girl's real name, but I gotta edit that out. So hater 1 and hater 2 actually brought that information back to Margaret. Like, I legit forgot her fake name. Margaret came back one night that I was not there at work. So Margaret came back and she, you know, was talking to Tiffany because her and Tiffany, they were actually cool, but not really cool. But she ended up telling Tiffany that she was gonna confront me. So she was gonna confront me about Jeremy. All because hater 1 and hater 2 decided to go back to Margaret and tell her that he was singing to me in those lyrics. Jeremy works on the other side of the building. So one day when I saw Margaret didn't say anything to me. However, the situation was just so thick. Like, she said something, like she mumbled something underneath her breath when she was walking by. Popped me off because I got tired of just like ignoring the whole situation. Like, when I tell you, they were making remarks after remarks after remarks, and it's 3 of them. So I'm just gracefully, you know, ignoring it. But at some point, the Leo in me was like, you know what? I'm not gonna take this shit no more. And my battery is about to die. I'm gonna have to do this, finish this on the second Get Ready With Me.